Today we're going to start following a patient along her journey from breast augmentation, and we're going to start first with measurements. Why are measurements so important? So a woman often says, I want a D or I want a 300. What does that really mean? Measurements are key. Why? Because we're going to perform breast augmentation specifically for that woman, specifically for her anatomy. And that is going to dictate the size of the implant that's going to look natural on that particular woman. Why are measurements important? They're important because it's almost like getting a custom couture dress. We're doing measurements from the sternal notch to the nipple, from the clavicle to the nipple. We're checking intermammary distance. We're checking from the IMF to the nipple. And then we're also checking the size of the NAC, which is the nipple areola complex, and then also the base width. The base width is important. Why? Well, if you look at the chart of implants, let's say the woman has an 11 centimeter base width. In a moderate profile, right, you're looking at a 240 cc implant. If you go to a full profile, you're looking at 265. Now, sure, you can go up or down, maybe 0.25 centimeters. That's only going to give you 15 to 25 cc's less or more. So you're really looking at a very narrow range of volume for that particular woman based on her base width. So when we talk about a natural look, we're talking about the implant staying within the boundaries of the chest wall. Now, can I go larger than that? The answer is yes. There's two ways, right? First of all, I could go to a higher profile implant. So for instance, if I go to an extra high profile implant, same base width, 11 centimeters, 340 cc's. What is that doing? That's giving more projection. That's 5.4 centimeters projection compared to the full, which is 4.4 centimeters, which is compared to the moderate, which is around 4. The second way to do it is to put in the same profile implant with a larger volume. What is that going to do? You will get a little side boob, right? Because obviously the size of the implant is going to be wider than the boundary of the chest wall.